Yeah, we back. Hey, Tina. I don't know why it was doing that for it. There ain't a cloud in the sky. But I don't know why the internet does this crap. Yeah, Connie, just tell her to watch your mailbox come Tuesday. Hey, Lynn. I don't know what's going on with that good internet. Could be the same thing going on with my neck. Too much arthritis. It started that spinning again. Usually, if it ever does that, I jump off. It takes me a second to delete that one and then jump back on.
Search dogs alerted on that. That is curious. If any one of the three of them, Janie, Daniel, or Malaya, are responsible for these kids being gone, then that single partial boot print would be easy to fabricate to mislead the searchers, just to assume that Lily and Jack made the print themselves.
What I was about to say earlier is that boot was found in the trailer under the sofa. Hey, done.
Other items that were also found in a grouping off the main property. It's about a mile away. It's near Step Grandpa's property.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to
Grandpa's property. Now, Malaya's family and friends searching were the ones to find all those items. And Daniel is claiming that the items were planted impossibly by her family to mislead the searchers and investigators to believe that the children wandered off. Meanwhile, he's
see how they crossing things up. She's blaming Daniel, Daniel blaming her, and back and forth, and all that stuff.
Claiming that they're hiding Lily and Jack on the reserve, maybe.
The heck they
A
would.
group of boot prints were also found near a pipeline around that same location. One of the boot prints matches the size of Lily's boot that she would have been wearing at that time. But Daniel, the stepfather, was searching there alone. And his mother, Janie, and his brother, Justin, picked him up on the four-wheeler. So it leaves a...
This is about dumb here. And I think that may be the reason why they're kind of cautious with Daniel right now, because it's able to be possible that he's connected with some of these other children up through there and teens. There's still 4 more bodies that are suspected to be up along that pipeline section. Best we can, love. And right above there toward the end, back toward the waterway. That's where uh, uh, they put uh, Jack for a while, and apparently um, Lily as well for a while because they found DNA there from both. And I figure they probably moved her again, and they probably coated everything under the camper with nothing but just lie, you know. That way there would be no. There was some more bodies up through there. Well, I know they claimed that there's 4 more at least, and who knows? You know, they could be tied in on this myth. You never know.
Possibility if one of them were responsible for the children going missing, then they themselves may have planted both the boot print on the property and the boot prints at the pipeline, and maybe all the other stuff. I mean, they had access to the pink blanket. So, kind of interesting also, they said it's been confirmed that all food items were accounted for, even though Daniel said the kids always helped themselves all the time to snacks, and neither child had had any breakfast. I don't think it takes brain surgeon to assume the kids are going to be hungry in the morning, yet no food is missing that morning. If Lily has her backpack and both children are leaving on their own, wouldn't it seem likely, even at their age, they'd pack some snacks in Liz's backpack, like for their journey? No missing food means the children didn't even eat that morning before they went missing, even though there was food right there for them to take.
Donna says, hey.
Another thing that bothers me, some kids like to wear their coats all the time, like even in the house. Well, some kids avoid wearing their coat at all costs. Like you're like, come here, put your coat on. But each kid is different. The mother said that Jack didn't even like the woods. Janie said, I had to drag Jack by the hand or carry him in the woods, right? I hope you.
That there's for the birds. Um, we know they planted the pink blanket. We ain't dumb about that. Um, even their vehicles have been towed uh, to be gone through. Um, uh, there's just nothing new here that I don't know.
So, what does Amazon Live mean to me? Oh my gosh. It's just like my little community. I love doing it.
Can I tell you guys something?
Sometimes evil doesn't scream. It doesn't slam doors. It doesn't leave bruises you can photograph. Sometimes it seeps in quietly through locked doors, unmarked bottles, and silences too loud to ignore. This story isn't just about two mistired, skittish. Neighbors mention strange smells, sweet, chemical, restless at night. One teacher said it plainly. They acted like they were coming down from something. When authorities eventually entered the home, they noted the lingering smell. Yes, she had finally seen something she couldn't unsee, something in Jack's behavior, or his body, that made everything click. Maybe it was the bruise, or
It was something I said, how can she tell him if he told her? You know, his things just blew up, too daggone much. And people are not realizing what's going on behind closed doors. The only part that we don't know yet of is what or if they have summoned his mama to court and Malaya's mama to court. Um, if they didn't tell right at the time what they knew, that could be impeding on an investigation. That could be a hefty fine, maybe even some jail time. Well, bless your heart, love. Pray everything's all right now. I had to do mine this time too. Everybody throw out a prayer for Ladybug here. Pray that all that clears up pretty quick.
I'm to scale you.
To straight.
Brittany?
No, they can't nobody get information from here off nobody's phone.
Surgeon.
Surgeon.
Do you?
As the E.
Read this. Entry.
Cops came. No,
Fingerprint.
very critical.
Do you have?
Do I have what?
doing?
I couldn't make that out. What'd you say?
Get on.
RCMP.
Right?
I heard that.
You there?
12 on 8 likes. What about
What?
RCMP? Yeah, I bet so.
It's your.
What about Jill? I see 10 and 12 on.
Stage.
You another.
I.
You're welcome.
Falling cup. Pill.
On top.
Yes.
Well. Act.
Position.
Fully.
While hiking.
On.
Or in.
Actually.
Jack and Lily Sullivan. Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Either one of you know the name Catherine Vickers? Didn't much figure you did. Jack, Lily Sullivan. Do you know anyone named Derek?
Miss P. Different. Alice.
Jesus says, hello, all positive spirits. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Have you ever heard the name Derek?
Read.
Lily, Jack Sullivan. Hear me, love.
Up with it. Chaos. Action.
I'm gonna ask this again. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Do you two know a Catherine Vickers? Yes, I already had a good one.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, just let the kids speak.
Because
Did you say vicar?
both.
Do you know if this vicar lady is in jail? Jack or Lily Sullivan?
Reality.
Alice says, God bless you, beautiful spirits. And God bless JD's spirit box. I heard you say Vickers. Jack and Lily Sullivan, try to stay focused. Do you know if this Vickers woman is in the jailhouse?
Say
Well, I don't want to hear no think. I want to hear from Jack and Lily. I know that feeling. Is this Catherine Vickers? Hold on a minute. I might can tie something together here. Jack and Lily Sullivan, you're gonna have to try your best to stay focused. Is this Vickers lady? Has she been staying in a cabin that belonged to your mama or your grandmother? Jack, Lily.
corner for keep.
Now,
That's
I understand about the basement.
Right. How would you?
Tell me about this Catherine Vickers, Jack and Lily. If she was a squatter on this private property, and it was private property because it's not been signed over yet to Malaya, and now it won't be since she's in the jailhouse. Did this Catherine Vickers know that you guys were in the basement?
Good morning, Pop.
I must.
Judy says, hello, Jack and Lily.
I own. Right.
Who is Catherine Vickers? Is she kin to Daniel? Is she friends with Malaya?
I'm. As you get. Well. Then. Teamwork. But
Lily Sullivan. When remains were moved from under your grandmother's camper, do you know where they went?
get to it.
Catherine.
6.
Was she trying to hide the remains? And is that what she was doing when the cops busted her?
That's
Is that what she was doing? Jack and Lily Sullivan, stay focused, though.
Like you.
6.
Vickers. Was Catherine Vickers trying to hide
And
the remains?
Yes.
Was it your remains under Daniel's mom's camper?
See.
Okay.
That's the piece.
So
Like a tree is also called.
it was like a cult.
Work.
Okay.
In the trip. Ellie.
What about Molly?
Woody Allen. Very.
Jack and Lily Sullivan.
and
Hear me, love. What about Molly?
Snake.
Do you know a Molly?
Celebrate. Forward. About courage.
Faith.
So them people that this Catherine, Derek,
Computer program.
and a few others
So,
wasn't just trying to stay in one of the cabins. Was what you guys said a second ago would mean that they were trying to do a ritual with the remains before. That's why only one bone was left under the camper. Is it not?
President.
Jack and Lily Sullivan.
You asked.
I asked, did Catherine Vickers take
Suggest
Lily's remains
where
to a cabin Jack and Lily, hear me. Stay focused. Jack, Lily, hear me. Jack, Lily, stay focused here.
Leaders.
Catherine and Derek. Huh? Yeah. Let me go ahead and wind that down. Okay. So Daniel's mom wouldn't let them in, either one, trailer or camper, or on the property. We can't forget about that either. Was not allowed to get on the property till they got a search warrant for everything. The cadaver dogs tagged under the camper. The biggest fail was they left one bone. One bone. And all they'd have to do is take a piece of Lily's clothing and put it somewhere. Let that dog smell that bone. If it's got any bone marrow in it at all. And turn it loose and see what it brings back. And I guarantee you it'll bring back a piece of her outfit. So that was why they was trying to get out from under there, get the remains out. So this Catherine Vickers, say she's in a jailhouse right now. And this Derek, whoever Derek is, and I heard Elizabeth this morning as well. I heard a minute ago from another gentleman that said that Catherine, plain as day, and Derek, they were the leaders. I mean, you'd have to be plumb deaf to not have been able to hear that. It is. It is. But now this is not new. Let me just remind you, this is not new. This here was 3 weeks to a month ago. So the word had to get out to this Catherine Vickers about the whereabouts of Lily's remains. RCMP already had Jack's remains. Then everybody was saying, well, where's Lily? Well, imagine being wrapped up in a tarp in 100-degree weather, living on top of a building. You'd probably decay pretty quick, I would have to say. And then placed under the camper and spread some lye around that would cover the smell for a while. Probably near about have to use a whole 50-pound bag. Um, so Catherine and Derek was the leader in this outfit, and they ended up leaving one bone. So when they busted in, good night, love. Thank you for being here. So when they busted in into uh, that cabin, it's still her grandfather's. It's not been signed yet. She would have to sign off on it to get it put in her name, and she can't now because she's in jailhouse. So this Catherine Vickers knew Malaya, had to have went to that cabin. Her, Derek, and some of these others, and was trying to do some sort of a ritual in that cabin. Back in the day, like I said, they would dig out their own little basements kind of deal for bad weather and all that good stuff, canned stuff. Um, and that, you know, that describes everything that the children have said. Um, then Catherine Vickers was telling supposedly that they would take them back to their mom. That has to be a lie right there, because they did not have Lily alive at the time they took the remains. This is some devil junk right here. This is something dark here. You know what? Like I said, now this is not new. I think this could have been what finished off the case. She might have been so hard up for money in knowing that this Catherine Vickers, what she does, and would pay for living or deceased as long as they had the remains to do rituals with. But then when the cops come in, they were in the middle of doing it. And I bet you a nickel Daniel's brother was in on it. Guaranteed. So the settling part was probably true. But we know for a fact from RCMP and the state that Lily's remains were under her camper. Now, they just keep digging themselves a hole. I mean, this is disgusting. Okay. The other day when I was listening to this, and they said that Jack and Lily was side by side and all this, that was a damn lie because they wouldn't have wanted them two together because it looked too suspect. I believe what happened to Lily, and Lily's the one that said it. What happened to her? I believe when that took place, I believe it was probably pretty late up in the evening, and they took her straight out to the shed, wrapped that tarp around her enough to be off the ground and up on top. And probably within the first part of the fourth month, it would have been just bone. And they could have been dealing their meth and whatnot with some of these nut jobs here that probably have been talking to them about they do rituals and all this kind of crap and stuff, and then they probably remembered hearing about that, and it'd be a quick sum of cash. That would make more sense because her remains had not been gone from under that camper for very long before them cadaver dogs got there. Well, I told you there's going to be a lot more involved in all this than just them. That'd be Daniel, Malaya, uh, Cody, Logan, uh, Daniel's brother, Malaya's mama, uh, Daniel's mama, Daniel's daddy. So right there, off that, that's 8 people right there. Because they knew what happened. They withheld the information. Now, of course, it's a lighter sentence or whatnot, but they still may get some time out of it, or a hefty daggum fine. Either way, where the two grannies work their way out of this, they will be shamed, and they will leave the state. But I'm telling you right now, if that's if that's what has to be, the kids admitted to it just now. Yeah. Well, yeah. It won't work like it. You know, if this, I can't say if because kids said so. So this is the case, then that's going to be two homicide, um, messing with a corpse, child abuse, child neglect, and child, um, so I bet you a nickel Malaya or Daniel one got in touch with his mom. I figured Daniel. And the only words that he could probably say, because the phone would be tapped at the jailhouse. The only thing that he could do or say would be something like, "Go ahead and take it," or "Take the money," something like that. And then she would know what he's talking about. Man, it's just a sick bunch here. But everybody wondered where Lily got off to, huh? Well, I guess now we know. I'm glad that that cadaver dog hit on that spot, because that will hold up in court. But with them not letting, yes, I believe that during the hearings and anything you got to do with court there, they're keeping the press out, any of the public. No phones, no cameras, no nothing. Somebody's been leaking the information about what some of them are being charged with. Now, RCMP did say it depended on how Lily passed, depending on if he would get an extra charge or not. Yeah, well, you could imagine. Because still to this day, it's got, for especially for a dog, they still got the children's scent on about everything in there. And what them cadaver dogs will do is just lay down. When they hit on something, they'll just lay down. And I bet you the reason them bloodhounds didn't pick her up to start with, is probably all that lye that they threw under that camper. And this morning they was talking about that could have messed up the dog's smell. But even covered up with that and knocking down some of the smell, decay still happens the same way. So if we start hearing about Catherine Vickers, uh, just like the word you said, in a cult, then that's exactly where the remains of Lily went after being moved a few times and last go around getting pulled out from under her camper. And she got to be sick off in the head knowing that your grandbaby's laying under your camper rotting. It's just, man, that's just sick. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I'm getting tired too. Thank all of you for being here. Love each and every one of you. Share these videos with friends and family or anybody that you can. I love every one of you.